Good morning and welcome to the Senior Hour, which is sponsored by Santa Clarita In-Home Care and Advanced Audiology. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host,
Dr. Gene Dorio,
on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. This is a show for, about, and by seniors, giving information to enhance one's quality of life. And our guests this morning are Margie Weiss of Oakmont of Santa Clarita.
Hi.
Welcome. And later in the hour, we will be speaking with Nola Aronson of Advanced Audiology. So, what's going on at Oakmont of Santa Clarita?
Well, let's see. We are in our 7th month.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
7 months.
I know, it's gone by so fast.
One day it's going to be 7 years and we'll go that fast.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. But, we are getting there day by day. We have a huge community. We are pretty much full right now.
Wonderful.
Working off a wait list, so just really want people to know that now's the time. If you're thinking about down the line, now's the time to come and get on that wait list. Things do change every day, but we're finding that people that come in that have that quick emergent need, we can't always help them at Oakmont. We have to help refer to let them find somewhere else. So we really want to get people in and get them to get on our wait list, take a tour, see what's happening.
But Margie, let's tell our listeners and their caregivers what you have at Oakmont, what they'd be looking at, because a lot of the seniors, until something starts to happen, they're not going to evolve further than their front door.
Right.
So let's give them a clue and a hint of what's going on at Oakmont, what it is, and how our seniors and caregivers need to be aware of this option.
Okay. So Oakmont is licensed as an assisted living, and what that means is we're kind of the best of both worlds. So residents move in. They may or may not need care. It could be somebody that's recently lost a spouse that is afraid to be at home, is still very capable, but wants that socialization and that reassurance that they're not alone. It could be a couple where one spouse is in better shape than another, and it's hard on the spouse that's in good shape to continue to be a caregiver, a place where they can continue to be the spouse, not the caregiver. So we could be helping one while the other can again be a spouse and be a partner. It can be somebody who has fallen and broken a hip or is just in that aging process where it's difficult to get around and they do need some assistance with taking a shower or managing their medication or even just cooking meals. So Oakmont's going to offer an all-inclusive. So you move in, you bring your own furniture, you set up your own apartment home, but you no longer have to worry about cooking meals because there's an executive chef, there's a housekeeper, we do laundry, there's a full social program that hits on all aspects, from cognitive to physical to spiritual, to get out in the community, to do your shopping, to go to the theater, to go to the beach for the day. There's a wait staff.
To have your quality of life.
You have quality of life.
Still in front of you.
Yes,
right.
It sounds like it.
Right.
Oh,
and for adult children, they're not being called in the middle of the night. They aren't, having to take parents to the doctor's appointment all the time or running to the market or picking up prescriptions. So it helps a family as a whole, not just the resident.
So what we see in our elder seniors is a decrease in their physical and their mental lives. And certainly you want to keep your loved ones in an environment that they're used to, and everybody tries to have that as their goal, but at some point there's going to be where you can't do that anymore, where the physical part, they can't maintain their home, they can't throw out the garbage, they can't do their laundry, and they can't do their vacuuming. They just can't do those things anymore. Or they are having problems with the mental part of it, knowing where they are, turning the stove off, taking their medicines.
Right.
These are all things that, we face ourselves, and we also have our loved ones facing as well. And that's a difficult thing for the caregivers who are listening right now to recognize and to say, I need to, be aware. And what is that? Where is that cutoff point? And so all I'm trying for our listeners and caregivers to hear is that you should look into the options that are out there so that you're not just struggling on a wait list or anywhere else. You'll know where that point might be where you can say, okay, let's look at these options and go for it at this point.
Right. And a lot of times, we talk about how you can't take out the trash, can't make your bed. And then there are those seniors that they don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
It's
They're
not,
overwhelmed.
Right. Or they just, they don't want to maintain a home anymore. They don't want to have that responsibility. It's too big.
Some of them may feel that they cannot do it. They cannot vacuum. They cannot physically take the trash out.
Right.
Take the barrels to the end of the road.
Right.
But my mom, 94 years old and living on her own. No, she thinks she tries to do it, but she will get the trash out, she'll do all those things, but still trying to vacuum her place, she doesn't do it. Keeping her newspaper straight, she doesn't do it. So there are 3 sons. We all take a turn and we go in and do our chores. I sweep off the porch, do her medicines, vacuum her floor, sweep out the kitty area and all that stuff. And I said, well, we could get some help in here to make sure that these things are done. But she goes, I'm still doing it. I'm doing it. And we go, no, you're not. So
she has help. It's you.
It's us, and that's okay.
That's right.
We're absolutely fine with that.
Yes.
I think she had 3 boys for a reason.
That's so
could have mixed in a girl there, but
no, it's true. And there are different options of getting help in home versus moving out. Absolutely.
Well, how many units do you have, and how many do you have? A suite? Do you have 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms? What type of arrangements do you have?
So at Oakmont, we have a wide variety. We start with our studio, which is about a 400 square foot studio. It has 9-foot, 10-foot high ceilings and crown molding and an arched entryway and closet space and a kitchenette. And then you could move to a larger studio. You have a 1 bedroom, which is over 800 square feet and has a full kitchen in it with the living room, bathroom, and bedroom. We have a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. And then our largest is a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. And those can be 1,300 square feet.
Wow.
That's pretty good size.
They're beautiful.
That's quite large.
Yeah. So
matter of fact, that's almost too large.
Not for a couple that each wants their own bedroom and each wants their own bathroom.
That's very true.
Right.
Pretty good. Now, speaking of that, let's say you get people moving in and they don't mind having a roommate. Would you ever? Do they always have to be married and a couple? Can you just say, I've got a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom suite, and that's one person can go in one and one person can go in the other, and you share the costs?
You can do that. We don't match up. We haven't had the need to match up strangers, but we have had two women that have been very good friends.
There you go.
And are looking at the option. Absolutely.
Hear
you
that,
can
folks?
Do that.
You can figure out what the costs are, but I'll tell you the costs are going up in senior housing these days. To split costs, to have that arrangement is worth it. Some people will save $300 to $500 a month.
Absolutely. And you still have your own bedroom and bath.
And food. Somebody
and
comes
your
in and vacuums. What a life.
It's like a cruise ship.
Something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
And with a view of Magic Mountain.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, you're in the wide open spaces there.
Yeah.
Because it hasn't really grown up around you.
We've got views on all sides.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, of the valley.
And it makes it very pleasant.
Yeah.
The guys out there though, they're sitting and going, nothing will take the place of my garage. Nothing will take the place of my backyard putting green.
Actually, we have a putting green.
There you go. And how about, and the women will say, where's my garden at?
It's on the Magic Mountain side. And actually, you'll have to come see. We are in abundance of tomatoes and spinach, There is basil galore. Our chef's having a great time,
Harvesting.
using some of the new of the herbs. And I think we have some residents that just tried to plant carrots. So we're going to see how that goes. And
Yeah, we'll see how that goes with the rabbits they have over there.
we have gophers. We have
Oh,
gophers.
you have gophers?
We have gophers.
I bet you they're rabbits. Gophers and rabbits go together.
I don't know.
we
I don't
have
know.
both.
Do you have both?
Yep.
So yeah,
And
we
they live
are-
in harmony, it seems. Fortunately or unfortunately.
It's
And you put some
crazy.
carrots out there. What's up, Doc?
They're
Now,
gone.
we
So
have
we'll see.
raccoons.
Oh my gosh.
Russ and I was sitting out on the back patio the other evening. It was not dusk yet, but here comes up on the hill. Here comes a mom, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 babies.
Oh my gosh.
Following her.
It's great to see that.
And she goes along the top where the block wall is. They all jump up on the wall, and they all go to the big tree
Like ducks.
that's there, and each one of them climb up and put themselves in the notch
Oh my gosh.
in the
That's
tree
cute. That
with
is
the
cute to
branches.
me.
It's funny.
It's unbelievable.
Well, yesterday morning,
Unbelievable.
our dog, we have a golden retriever, Biff, and he somehow got himself out off the couch and into the backyard, and he was barking and barking and barking, and I'm like, what is going on? And I looked out, and on the hill, there was 3 chickens walking on the hill. I have
Chickens.
no idea where they came from.
Wild
But there was
chickens?
3 I mean, we
Check
live in
with Colonel
Stevenson
Sanders.
Ranch. It's not like we have farmland, but he was going nuts. Like, what is this? And they were just walking on the hill. 3 chickens. It was
Oh,
pretty
well, my
funny.
mom has, you have raccoons?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Resident raccoons.
And they just follow each other. It's very cute. And they will walk right through your legs, oblivious to, they're
No,
not
thanks.
afraid. Mom leads the way or dad leads the way, and they just, but these are possum at my mom's place.
Oh, possums.
Isn't it wild?
Yeah,
Yeah, they live up in
Oh.
their tree, and
Those things are so ugly. Oh,
they are.
but they're cute when they're in line.
Okay. I'll take the chickens.
I'll take the raccoons. They're beautiful to look at.
Oh.
And they all stop and look. Like, well, what are you doing here? You know?
This is our territory.
That's funny. Well, at Oakmont, we are pet friendly. So
gonna
we
say.
have about 12 dogs right now.
Oh, wonderful.
That we have.
Any cats?
I'm sure there are. I'm a little biased.
Any raccoons?
No raccoons
Oh,
that I'm
shucks.
aware of.
We'll bring some over.
Gophers.
Gophers.
Well,
And rabbits soon.
Yeah, I used to have a pet rabbit when I was a little girl in England. It was a blue,
Blue?
rabbit. Blue.
Did it get enough oxygen?
Blue. It was the breed. I don't know what it was, but it was
rabbit.
fluffy.
Blue bunny. It's ice cream.
It was fluffy, and I named him Bunny.
Not fluffy.
How funny.
But then we had a pet raccoon also.
I remember hearing that.
Oh yeah, she was incredible, absolutely incredible.
Wow.
So you also, for those who, as you get older, there's a limit, and women have a better recognition than guys do about not driving. But transportation becomes a problem
Yes.
with our seniors, and you have a van that takes people shopping and to the doctors and other errands,
Right.
as well as to Las Vegas, you said?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
If that's where they want to go. I'd love to talk a little bit about driving.
Good.
You're okay.
Oh, I'm in or a lack of.
Lack of. Okay, so as a physician, what are the signs that you look at? What would you share with the daughter or the son of someone who has a parent that's still driving, who
Shouldn't
Who-
be.
maybe they should be, maybe they shouldn't be, but what are the signs that you look at, Dr.
The
Dorio?
easiest things is if they can't hear or have trouble hearing and are not willing to correct their hearing problems, that in itself is a problem. You have to be able to hear sirens. One. Secondly, I think your vision, corrected vision has to be good enough. Thirdly, your reflexes. If you're pretty slow in what you're doing, and there are some diseases that cause you to be just slower, you're not going to get your foot onto the brake fast enough. Coordination, hand-eye coordination, all of that. if the person is experiencing falls, that could be a telltale sign. And, I think that what we did with our mom, we followed her and staying between the lanes, being able to do that, using her blinker, slowing down the appropriate way, not cutting people off. Now, she never did any of that.
Okay.
So, but we tested her. We drove behind her to see. We were kind of spying on her, but we could see that, hey, she, I think 90, she was still driving well. So, these are all the things. And then, of course, memory.
Right.
If they have memory problems and it should have been a right turn instead of the left turn, they might not get home for 4 hours.
Do you find that it's best, okay, so you're following, they're okay, there hasn't been an accident. Do you just wait for that accident to happen and then say, okay, I told you so? Or are you proactive and say, enough's enough?
Think about it. And
how do you
every one of our listeners right now who are driving should be aware that there's going to become a time and a moment that it's going to happen where you can't drive anymore. You just don't want it to be a catastrophe.
Right.
Like you've gotten into a car accident, you've run somebody over, you've caused damage to other people's property or your own. These are the things that, want to make you think about whether you should be driving anymore. Are you proactive in taking the car away? Well, for our mother, probably when she was about 91, we started saying, you can't drive anymore.
And what was her answer?
Well, I don't want to say that on the air.
Okay.
Because she continued to drive, and we removed her battery from the car.
Okay.
And she called AAA and got a new battery put in.
Oh my goodness.
And then she took it to an alarm place and she put a triple entry alarm in so that we couldn't access her car anymore and get the hood open. And it all, it blocked us from taking the battery out and, being able to do anything to the car. She was determined that she was going to she was going to go to the hairdresser, she was going to go shopping, she was going to do her usual chores. And the only reason why we were able to get the car away was I had told my cousin that we were having, the whole family knew about the problem, but my cousin, who is well-to-do, and he has, like Jay Leno in Texas, he has a museum of cars that he has purchased and put together, and my mom's car was a 72 Chevy Malibu with like 64,000 miles on it in mint condition.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
And so he called her up from Texas and said, Aunt Violet, I'd like to buy your car from you. And she thought about it and she said, well, Eddie, I'll just give it to you.
Wow.
And he came out with a car carrier and took the car back to Texas.
Wow.
Which is now in a museum, probably with a little plaque with my mom's name on it.
I love it.
But
I love it.
that was the moment in time we were able to have her stop driving, and that reality I think probably hit her that she couldn't drive anymore at the same time. But others don't have a cousin that can do that.
Exactly.
And how right now I'm holding on for all our seniors to have wait for the autonomous car to come out, and which I'm sure you guys at Oakmont will probably have in the future. You'll probably have one of the first where you'll say, take our client here, our resident here, and it'll take you there by computer.
Right.
So that's
Do you have
I wouldn't trust
families
that.
coming to you as a physician saying, help me with my...
Right now I have, of all my patients, I only have one patient that drives.
Wow.
Yep, that's it. Everybody else, 40% are bedridden. Everybody else doesn't drive. So that's where my clientele is.
Okay.
But most of 99% of the doctors have clients still who are driving, and that it's a difficult situation.
Very difficult.
It's tough but this is one of the things that Oakmont does.
Absolutely.
If you have a option, and our senior guy especially says, oh, that's right, I won't have to drive. What a convenience. I can look at the scenery now and,
Right.
or
Or save gas. Right.
all
Sit
of
back and
that.
relax.
And that's
right.
what we find at Oakmont. We have many that have brought their cars, but very few that drive them. But they still have them. But we've given them that option where they still, oh yeah, I drive, I have a car right here. But they choose to use our service instead, which is great.
I think that's wonderful. I think that's what I would do.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than being driven someplace and you don't have
a
to
nice fancy
be on your
Cadillac.
P's and Q's and watch
Right.
everybody else because you have to drive
Yeah.
defensively.
Right.
Otherwise, you're going to get run off the road.
I agree. Definitely.
We have some very, very bad drivers out.
And yeah, there
distracted.
are.
In a rush.
That's right.
Yeah. Well.
Wow. Well,
A lot of great information
Yes.
about our seniors in Oakmont,
Yes.
and we're pleased that Oakmont is here. We're not pleased about the wait list, but that's good because now we can tell those caregivers that there are options out there they need to explore before the
Before you
time
need
comes.
it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and so go over and visit, take a tour. How do they get a hold of you, Margie?
So you can call Oakmont at 661-295-2025, or you can just stop in. There's always somebody to do a tour 7 days a week. Usually we're there from 9 to 6. We'll take you on a tour. You can have lunch if you'd like, try our delicious food. On Wednesdays we have happy hours in the afternoon. You can come by and have some hors d'oeuvres and a drink and some nice entertainment. We're really proud of our community and what we do for our community. And so we welcome visitors all the time just to come see what it's all about.
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. It really sounds like home.
Yeah.
You know, you can go in and have an appetizer and a drink and a happy hour. Wow. You know,
It's happy hour every
Yes.
day.
Every
there
day.
you go. There you go.
You got it.
Thank you, Margie
Thank you.
Weiss of Oakmont of Santa Clarita Senior Living Facility.
Yes.
Or assisted living also. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you, Barbara.
Okay.
Thanks, Dr. Dorio.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host Dr. Jean Dorio on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.